What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Rimworld, our tribal playthrough. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and hope that things don't go wrong. Things have really been going wrong lately, though. I don't know. We've had issues. We've had issues so far. But I think we've... The last episode, we took a nasty hit, unfortunately. I'm hoping we can make that all better. Now, what I could do is I could actually customize this and make this a little bit better. So we got the rock wall right there. I could disassemble all of these, put traps in all the in-the-middle parts, make this a hallway, and then put doors on the sides. Basically build the wall out of doors, except for the end cap, so that they have to walk through here in order to get in. This is a little bit of an inefficient design, but unfortunately I feel like we're too far gone at this point to fix it. Like, it's already done. What's done is done. Let's just live with it, you know what I mean? Over here on this, I'm going to get rid of parkas. I don't think parkas are going to matter, like, at all. I really don't think we're going to need parkas anytime soon. And by the time that we do need them, we'll probably have we'll probably have dead space at some point where we can build ourselves some coats or something. It might help out a little bit with all of this, though. Alright, so they're dropping off their shit in here. They're over here crafting meals, which is absolutely fantastic because we could use a lot more of them. We have loads and loads of beers crafted, which is great because beers help out with people's attitudes. Val is over here doing a little bit of researching and is actually about to hit Grandmaster level at researching, which is really, really good. What are we researching? We're researching electricity right now. After electricity, we're going to have to go in on... God, where is air conditioning? 1800, actually. That's not terrible. That's not as bad as it could be. It could be a lot worse. I mean, we're doing like 3600 right now, aren't we? Yeah, so that'll take half as long as the previous research. We've got somebody who's a very, very strong researcher. The downside is when it takes triple long, it doesn't really matter if you've got somebody who's double fast. You know, it's just kind of, it takes the edge off of it. As Tona draws near to the ancient wall, a sense of foreboding overcomes him. So it's talking about this right here. Inside these things, there are nasty enemies that want to hurt us and take everything that we have. They want to take our fruit snacks. They want to come in and they want to rob us of our gushers, which is an unforgivable crime. We've got a raid coming in. Let's see here. A group of pirates from the rapiers have arrived nearby. They are attacking immediately. One of the pirates, Bashkir, is the leader of the faction. Okay. It looks like they're going to come through this way. Let me get everybody I can over here. So if you got a gun and you're ready to run, let's get ready to have some fun. So banana. Release animals. And then you don't have a gun, so you're not going to be here. You would be there. Alright, you run away. Hopefully somebody learns to shoot sometime soon. What the hell was that? Oh my god, did somebody just fire a rocket launcher at us? The leader's death. The leader Bashkir Lestrat of faction the Rapiers has died and been replaced by Totten Tater Stam. Okay. Oh my god, this trap stack is the best. Wow, we killed them all. Why did they come with so many EMP grenades? What an odd choice. EMP grenades don't really, like, do anything, in my experience. Like, they're great for killing robots, though. We may want to keep them around for when we start fighting, like, members of the mechanized factions. My guess is that we're more than likely going to have some mental breaks that go along with this, because we just killed a lot of people. And it went actually pretty well. I'm happy with the way that that raid went. It could have gone so much worse. I'm going to go ahead and have them rearm all of these traps in here. I've always found that with the auto rearm, it doesn't seem to work very well. And I'm not totally sure why. Auto rearm seems to, I don't know, take a back seat or something. There's a good incendiary launcher right there, which is pretty cool, just in case you wanted to throw flame at your enemies. Those traps worked pretty solidly. We didn't have enough to kill everything as they came in, and so as the raids get larger, we're going to have to figure out a more efficient way to do this. But I don't know if you guys want to prioritize burying some dudes. We can't just have bodies all over the place. You can leave those ones over there. It's not that big of a deal. but if you could get those done sooner rather than later. There you go. As long as we can minimize the amount of dead bodies that people see over the long term, that'll make our lives a little bit easier here. I also heard that the AI learns where the traps are. We'll have to see if that's true or not. So basically, as the factions come along, I've heard that they memorize where all the traps are at, and from there on in, it can get a little bit more difficult too. I would love to get some trading done. Are we finishing this off right now? Come on, finish that thing. There it is. And so we've got electricity now. The next thing up that we need to get done is air conditioning. We need to get that done like right this second. It's incredibly pertinent that we get that done as soon as possible. Now let's take a look at what we've got with power. We've got fuel generators, which is really, really cool. We already had access to lights and some of the other stuff. I wasn't sure if that was totally a bug or anything like that, but it appears to be cool. That means we don't have to use torches anymore to make people happy, which heat up the houses. We'll put campfires in everybody's houses at some point if it starts getting too cold so that they don't get horrible frostbite or anything like that. But with the Jennies, I think we should definitely start thinking about possibly getting a power grid up and running. And so if we have a lot of wood, we have 930 wood, my recommendation would be that we prioritize wood as the material we use to do a lot of this. And so we've got the fuel generator. It's going to take us some componentry. We've got 76, so that's no biggie at all. We'll take 3 of those. We're going to stack those up outside. And then I don't think we'll have access to... I'm sincerely doubting we'll have access to solar generators. Solar generation seems like it might be a little bit complicated for us. And then from there, we're going to need to start putting in our power grid, which is actually just going to run along the back wall of most of the buildings. Now, it's going to take us a lot of power to get this done. In addition, I would probably recommend that we get some kind of redundancy running down here, just in case, well, I mean, it's an inevitable. Something is going to go wrong when it comes to our power generation. But at some point, what's essentially going to happen is one of these wires is going to get busted. Whether it's by a bzzzt or whether it's by something else, I don't know, but it's going to happen. And so what I would suggest is that you make some kind of circle so that if it snaps over here, well, the power can still go around the leg the long way, and it'll work out like that. These are all going to be fueled, which means we probably want to stock up on a bunch of wood in between here and the next couple episodes. Just let people chop wood all day long every day. We're not going to be using it so much as a building material anymore anyways, so it shouldn't be that difficult of a plan to get this all finished off. We now have beavers as well, which have joined the map. That's a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance, but we can go hunt those later. What you want to watch out for with beavers is they come onto the map and they eat all the trees, and it can just be a nightmare to clean up. It can just really be a pain in the ass. And it's just something I would prefer not to deal with, in all honesty. Do we have 4 cassowaries now? Or is this female just like over here? Oh, it's a female that we're supposed to be training. Okay, that's cool. I can live with that. Because we have an incendiary launcher, we can start burning bodies too. Although we do need to be careful about the possibility... I could use this as like a body storage area, for example, then bring somebody down here with an incendiary launcher and shoot grenades into it to burn them. We could probably do that really, really easily. I'm glad that this plan worked over here, by the way. I was kind of worried that if they landed in the spot where the last raid came through, they would just come up this way. And I'm very happy to see that they did not do it that way. Otherwise, we would have lots and lots of issues to deal with. We've got the stockpile zone over here. I would say just to expand that out, make it a little bit larger, because we definitely need some more stockpile storage. Things are going well. Things are going well. We got a pigskin cowboy hat over there. Lendoa is unfortunately going to be focusing really, really heavily on chopping down trees, because I think Lendoa has that prioritized. Right? Plant cutting is on 3, actually. So everything else should be higher priority than that, but Samantha may not be recruitable. I don't know why it is. She's hot right now. Oh, it's 33 degrees outdoors. You know, for fall, it's kind of hot right now. I don't know what's up with this planet, but this is a hot fall. I don't know if they have monsoon seasons or whatever, or like a humid season. I didn't really check and see what biome we were going to be in over the long term, but it seems to me as though that's a little bit warm for fall. Alright, so down they go. Oh man, he's only going to work on it for a minute till he gets hungry. Ah, he's got to get booze in his system. He can't sew properly unless he has booze in his system. I would also very much like to see some of this research get worked on. I know we don't have a lot of people who are amazingly good at research. I would also prefer that it be Val who does that. What is Val working on right now? Val looks like... Oh, he's helping out with the wiring situation. Okay, well, give it time. It'll take a little bit for this to get done. We don't have access to smelting or anything like that yet. Once you start to get a little bit low on steel on your planet, you can actually do a pretty good job by using all the scrap steel that lays around from all the cargo pods that are falling to the planet. You can have a lot of luck with that over time, and you can end up each one of those, I think, converts into 25 steel. It takes a little bit to do it, but if you stay on it, it should get done eventually. Very good. That's what I like to see. We're moving on up with regards to our tech level. I hope that by the end of this episode, well, that might be too much to ask for. Maybe if Val was working on it, but there's just no way to tell. Capybara has self-tamed. He is done living that wild life. He wants to be a part of our great nation, our great tribe. I think I should probably seal that right there. I'm a little bit worried that that right there is going to be a problem for us later on. People are going to step through it to avoid our traps if they land in the top quadrant. We do have a lot of little things to get done here, though. We should probably do the trap strategy over here on this side. So the trap strategy would allow for... We've got a solar eclipse. Doesn't matter. I was mentioning that we do have a lot of problems because of our starting situation in this game. But it is... Actually, I'll wait to do that. I'm going to wait to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put in a hallway made out of wood. And I'm going to do that door idea that I told you about, so that they have to walk through the hallway over here. We may also be able to pull something similar over on this side later on. For right now, it might be a tad subpar. Cannot prioritize a long-term task. See, my question there would be why? Why can't we prioritize a long-term task? Because I kind of want to. Maybe it's just an option somewhere that I don't have access to, but I'd like to make that happen. Oh, look, we got a baby cassowary. Good, a baby male cassowary. That's unfortunate, because I was hoping we would have females. Is that pig vomit right there? What is that? The vomit of a wild boar. Why is the boar not feeling good? The boar has food poisoning. That's an interesting, that's an interesting affliction for a pig. One would assume that a pig would be kind of resilient along those lines, because pigs, I'm pretty sure, anyways, that pigs can eat just about anything. I could be wrong. My history of pig raising is very, very shallow, but I would assume pigs would be good at that job. What do I know about anything, though? A chunk of spacecraft has fallen from space nearby. That's good. Probably be able to use that a little bit later. What was Banana doing up here? Why is there a boar being tamed? Is it because we wanted a male and a female, maybe? I think that might be possibly what we were going after. Oh, our construction's getting done. I'm so happy. Like, this playthrough has gone really, really remarkably well. Considering all of the issues that you start out with as a tribal society, starting out with extra people is not really that useful. It's just more mouths to feed, in all honesty. And in exchange, you end up just really getting the short end of the stick when it comes to your research and the things that are available to you. I've got like one of those knuckles right now where it really feels like it needs to pop, but it won't pop, and I'm just like working on it. Oh, another heat wave. That's not good. I don't know why we're getting heat waves in winter. It's very, very odd. Also got a mad animal, but it's a mad capybara. How do you get a heat wave in winter? See, I feel like some of the things in this game like shouldn't happen. Like they should not exist, you know what I mean? Like a heat wave in winter, like that would just be like in the 80s where I live. Like it's just a random week in the winter where it gets up to like the 80s. Another raid already? Really? Wow, when it rains it pours, I guess. When it rains it pours. We still really have no real defense for a lot of the stuff that's happening right now. I assume they're going to come through this way. So we'll get everybody ready to go in just a minute, but the heat wave is going to get us, I think. Well, actually, the cowboy hats appear to be working pretty well. So since everybody's in a cowboy hat, we might be able to make this work. Well, everybody but White, and so White, I feel like he's probably going to have issues. but maybe we'll get that done in time. We also got people in a poor mood. Who's in a poor mood? Tona. Well, you should go eat then. They're going to start their assault at any moment. Which could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put somebody right there. Put somebody right there. You don't have a gun. Are you any good at shooting? No, you suck at shooting, so you're off the hook. Although I'm going to have her release the animals. White, are you any good at shooting? Doesn't matter. Go get a weapon. We're going to make this work to our advantage if we can. And then Bonzo's over here as well. And we're off. I probably don't want to have anybody sitting in front of anybody else's line of fire. Not terrible. Over here, we're going to have to micromanage this a bit because that dude's got grenades. And grenades are problematic. Yeah. Just stay away from the nades if you can. Nades are one of those weapons that still needs to be nerfed pretty heavily, in my opinion. It's just my feeling about them. They need to have their ammo capacity changed. So basically they need to have like limited capacity. So you can carry like 3 grenades, but you can't just infinitely spam grenades because grenades are fantastic in this game for blowing up walls. Yeah, it looks like they dodged most of the traps that time. Oh, nope, they didn't dodge them that time. Cool. Well, here, release her, and then we'll try to capture Lilith maybe. Because this prisoner does not seem to be feeling our... She doesn't seem to be feeling our shit. That's all that I'm going to say about it. I don't think she wants to be a part of our great culture. Oh, we've got a pet cobra now. That's pretty sweet. Banana, could you do me a favor and go over there? Where was she from? She's a space refugee. So she must have fallen from space, I guess. Lilith, what do? You're an exile? You're pretty good at social stuff. Nudist, trigger happy. Okay. Wow, 49 degrees Celsius in the middle of winter. This is our life now. He's got a serious heat stroke. It'd probably be better for you if you just took a lot of this off. You're wearing like parkas and shit, which I would not recommend. What we really need is for that other hat to get done. It's just that nobody's focusing on it. Yeah, prioritize tailoring that shit. Because we gotta get him fixed up, like, soon. Otherwise, he ain't gonna make it. The heat is just too much for him. Everybody else appears to be okay, though, and they were out, like, all day yesterday. Losing one guy wouldn't be the worst thing that ever happened. It definitely wouldn't be the best, though, either. So let's capture Lilith and see if we can add her somewhat apocryphal self to our little colony here. And as soon as that's done, go ahead and put on that cowboy hat, please. There. That'll give you a little bit more heat resist. Yeah, there it is. So we got Tona, who has had a mental break and is in a daze. Which one is Tona's bed? Nobody owns that one? Alright, somebody go grab Tona after this. White, go grab Tona. And hopefully she doesn't resist arrest. Okay, Tona has refused to be arrested. Okay, that's done. Somebody rescue her. Act a bitch, get hit. It is what it is. So that's going to be Lilith. She has an infection in her head. It is extremely unlikely that she's going to pull through. It took us a while. Oh, she's got a carcinoma, but she's in remission. Wow, I didn't even know that was a feature of the game. She's got cancer, huh? Wow. Okay. He named his cassowary Patton. Hey, make friends with animals, I guess. Make friends with animals. Tone of the Weaver is no longer incapable of walking. She should be alright. If we can just get her patched up. She has health needs though, right? Yeah, she got a cut from a great bow. Who was our medical person? Because we need them on it right now. Bonzo, where you at? Prioritize. And then you treat White right after, and then we'd be good. Perfecto. Treat White. Wow, that takes forever. Takes 2 weeks to to fix that upsettedness. Alright. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta stick it out when you gotta stick it out, I guess. Let's go ahead and reset these traps because they've been hitting us kind of hard lately. Like, I don't know why they're attacking me so frequently, but they appear to have a vendetta. I did kill their leader. But their leader attacked me first. It was a self-defense murdering. So I feel like I've got a pretty good argument. So she's got a major carcinoma. I wonder how that resolves itself. Yeah, do the best you can with it. See if you can get that carcinoma out of her. I'm pretty sure if you cure her cancer, she will probably want to join our team and, like, ride out with us on all of the enemies that are waiting to be destroyed. In the next episode, who's got an infection? Tona's gotten sick from an infection. Oh, nobody treated that? Oh, man. See, that's what Bonzo. See, that's just one of those things right there where he should have done that, I think. Either way, we'll talk about it in the next episode of Rimworld, our tribal playthrough. Hi to everybody, and I will see you all there.